Who is now the most overpaid player on the 49ers? There's some guys making big bucks.
Christian McCaffrey.
He's upset.
I think it's Christian McCaffrey. The deal that he had last year had him, the year before last, had him as the highest paid running back in the league. And good on him. Over 395 touches from scrimmage, coming in as an MVP candidate, and all the good things. But we also understand that the good part of that deal was he was coming off the guaranteed money, and he was going to start actually paying us back, right? Getting lower cap hits. And he balked on the deal. Not only did he sit out and hold out and ask for more money, but he asked for more money to actually break his own record, being even more the highest paid running back in the league. He comes back and has an injury, takes his time, not trying to get back, but goes to Germany to actually diagnose the injury more. And then once we finally get him on the field, he's gone. Now, we know how running backs are once they hit a certain age. We all understand that Father Time is undefeated. So you have to say that even packaging him, right, where you say, all right, well, we're going to preserve what Christian can do. That would be awesome, but not for the money. For the money, he's supposed to be a bell cow back that's supposed to lead the offense and get the ball damn near 60% of the snaps on offense. But we can't even do that now because we don't know what he's going to be like health-wise is on his age and for the price tag. I think he's overpaid.
Deebo Samuel's making $34 million to not be on this team. Can we count him?
There's a few guys like that.
Yatir Gross-Matos, probably. I think he's making more towards the cap than Brock Purdy this year, if I'm not mistaken. He's up there.
That's true.
I mean, first of all, when he left Carolina Panther fans celebrated the fact that he was no longer on the roster. He was their Solomon Thomas. They were so happy to get rid of him. He didn't produce for them. He came here. He really hasn't produced a lot for the 49ers outside of one game. He got hurt again. He's been injury prone. And now, at best, he's a rotational player. At best. And if there's anybody with a pulse, they might beat him out at that position. So I'll go with Yatir Gross-Matos.
You guys are just leaving the low-hanging fruit right there for me.
I know you're gonna say it, but
I know where you're gonna go.
I know. I tried to stay away from him, but
I'm not scared. Look, Nick Bosa.
The MAGA man. Go ahead.
Nick Bosa is the 18th most sacks in the NFL, getting the highest paid defensive player in the NFL. How could he not be the answer? I mean, honestly, I think Nick Bosa is. Then 49ers need to figure out when they're trading him. Is it before the season or after the season? That's how I feel about Nick Bosa. I think he's highly overpaid for his production at this point. Maybe he'll have a bounce back year because he has a solid group around him, but I still think Nick Bosa is the most overpaid player on this team. Sorry, 49er fans. That's how I feel.
Okay. You guys have brought up some really good ones. Hard to argue with these. I'm just filibustering right now before I get some stats up. Okay, got my stats. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, and download the app now. I'm going to go with someone else. I'm not going to go with Purdy. Even though I think he is overpaid, I mean, it is kind of the market with quarterbacks, and he does play an important position. And even though I think the Niners can sort of get this production out of damn near any freaking quarterback that's not named Trey Lance, I don't think he's the most overpaid player in the team. Yes.
Can we just say that the Brock Purdy take will be beneath you? You're way better than that. I feel. That's not you.
No, I'm going to go with Brandon Aiyuk here. And I think part of it is the injury. But just look at they gave him $39 million last year for 25 catches, no touchdowns, 19 first downs. And then this year, they're not going to get that much from him either. He's going to miss half the year. And then when he comes back, he's not going to be himself. Maybe he'll be Brandon Aiyuk again in 2026. Will he be on the team in 2026? Or will they just say sunk cost, $49 million, we tried. We like Brandon, we like Jawan Jennings, we like Ricky Pearsall. You don't seem like you're even engaged anymore. You weren't even good before you got hurt. they could end up giving him $50 million to do a whole bunch of nothing for 2 years. And that's rough. Like, say whatever you want about Brock or Bosa. Like, they give you something. Brandon gave them a bunch of nothing last year and bought 3 cars. And maybe that's neither here nor there, but it just, the whole vibe around him was like, do you want to be here? Do you care? And I don't think you asked those questions about the other players in the team. So I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think that's probably the right answer, actually. Bosa being second, I would say.
Yeah, with CMC coming in at a close third. Sorry. Like,
I
he's
agree.
overpaid.
Like what you said about him. The only reason I didn't go CMC is because running back, I mean, he's still only getting paid half of what Aiyuk's getting paid, but he might be washed.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one wants to acknowledge that. Like, he took his time coming back and then averaged 4 yards a carry, broke 5 tackles in 4 games. Like, he might have been worse than Debo last year, just in terms of seriously.
Yeah. I mean, and I understand that he's blood and guts, you know what I mean? But, he's overpaid. The stunt that he pulled with holding out, and you know what's annoying about the CMC contract is that they tried to cover it to preserve like his like persona. Like, oh no, like Christian held out. He held out last offseason. Like that
He did not go to OTAs. And the Niners freaked out and gave him an extension, I think, before minicamp started.
Yeah, walked it right into his wedding as a wedding gift. Like, so, like, that needs he's not the only one. Exactly. Like, I know we all were on, like, Trent Gate and Brandon Aiyuk Gate, but CMC, they got him handled right away. And he held out.